So everyone's probably wondering, like, why is Iran not at this sort of summit? There's a huge difference between, like, Iran is Shia, which is one sect of Islam, and then Sunnis, which are the predominant sect of Islam, which make up the majority of the Middle East. These are Sunni nations. Now, realistically, the royal families of these countries, they're not exactly Sunni. They're sort of like, there's Wahhabism, and Wahhabi is kind of like an offshoot of Sunni Muslim or Sunni Islam. But regardless, they're all part of the same team. And really, the biggest kind of clash that there is in the Middle East is not really Iran and Israel. It's actually Iran and Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia being the kind of in the Sunni tradition, being the keeper of the two mosques and the sort of like the holy land of Islam with Mecca and Medina. But Iran, as the Shias, don't really subscribe to that. They feel like Saudi Arabia is kind of sold out to the West, and they're not really abiding by the tradition of Islam, etc. And so they kind of have their own rifts, and that's where a lot of the rifts have been happening, where you have pro-Sunni groups and pro-Shia militant groups sort of fighting in all of these countries through proxy. And that's what's created a lot of this tension. So it's not just the Israel versus Iran sort of question. This Sunni and Shia beef goes very, very deep. And I think that there's a massive contention between those two parties. That's why Saudi Arabia and the rest of the Gulf states have come here with the US, as opposed to going to do a summit with Iran.